Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Infernal Rot. I had quite an awesome game that I did not record, but I recorded the replay of it in the KV-2 ZIS-6. I know I featured this tank on my channel in the past, but honestly it was a crappy quality video back when I very first started making videos and I didn't really know what I was doing, not that I know much more now. I'm trying a slightly different way of recording my audio and my video separately, so if anything seems a little bit different or a little bit out of whack, that might be it. I'm going to work on it and try to perfect it if I can. So I wanted to do a brief history on the KV-2 ZIS-6 and why it is in War Thunder. I wasn't able to find a whole ton of information on it, but I think I scraped up enough to give you guys a bit of a backstory on it. So the gun, the ZIS-6 107mm gun, anti-tank gun, was originally meant to go on the KV-3 and the KV-4 and the KV-5. A little bit more on those tanks later. They were developed and made in factory number 92. 600 approximately of those guns were made. It was based on the F-39 95mm tank gun. It began testing on March of 1941, and not long after passing all of its inspections, it was sent to an artillery testing range in Leningrad. In June of 1941, the KV-3, KV-4, and KV-5's productions were delayed, and so due to that delay, the lack of tanks to put this gun on like it was originally meant for ended up meaning that the gun was completely ceased in its production. They began development on a 107mm ZIS-6A, but like I said, due to lack of tanks to put them on, they just completely quit production, and so the KV-3, 4, and 5 models were also shut down as well. So, like I said, not a whole ton of history, but enough to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So basically the KV-2 ZIS-6 is the chassis that they tested the gun on. It's not the chassis that it was originally meant to go on. And so basically here in War Thunder, that's why it is not in the standard tech tree. It's a premium tank, because it was just a testing tank, you know, wasn't really what it was meant to go on. So having said that, let's jump into the battle that I had and we'll go on from there. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright everybody, here we are in our game. So this is my second time trying to record this. The first time I recorded it, I got almost all the way through the video, then my wife's dog kind of ruined the audio by barking a lot, and this microphone is much better than I thought it was. I thought maybe I could just kind of muffle it down so it's not very obnoxious. Nope. He's clear across a house, and it sounded like he was right in the mic, barking. It was so obnoxious, so I had to just scrap the whole entire audio bit and redo it. So, second attempt, let's hope for better luck. So here I am starting, I'm going into the town, and I love maps like this because they are great if you can find a little hidey hole to peek out of and then poke back into safety so that you can reload in the KV-6. So I'm heading up to position here, and I think about heading straight down the center of the town, but then I quickly change my mind, as you'll see here in just a second, as I pull a very quick turn over here with the rest of my allies, because I saw that no one else was going the straight away there, so I fear I didn't want to be separated from my allies. So I'm getting in here trying to get situated right up by that rubble where that T-34-85 is, and then I notice this Centurion right here, and I see that he's just fired, so I think maybe I can get a shot into him. So as I take that engine shot, I knew I would not kill him in one shot, but I figured I'd at least immobilize him and give myself a chance to reload and possibly finish him off, or at least give my allies a chance to kill him. So here I am, I see that his gunner's obviously still up because all he is on fire. I see him begin to aim at me, so I shoot right into that top part of his turret, take out all the crew members in his turret, and then one of my allies takes him out. So I'm reloading, and I start backing around, get my bearings, make sure no one else is coming up to try to flank. Then I pull up here as my allies pull back and seem to allow me to get into this rubble pile. So I take aim there at the Churchill. My indicator is actually red, but I think the last second my gun goes down and aims into his track right as I take the shot. So I got a little bit lucky there and kill him. So here I am just waiting for my reload. I, look around, make sure no one's flanking again. That's a great thing about the reload of this gun. It's not super long, but it's just long enough so you can check around, make sure you're not being outflanked, and then you can get ready for the next shot. So I'm poking here, looking around. I spot an enemy, but then this rubble pile gets in the way a bit, so I poke out a little bit further. He takes a shot and misses, and I take my shot and kill him. So that's kill number 2 for me, with 1 assist. And then I notice this guy here. I'm not loaded, but I just spam my MGs. And then I see he gets taken out by my ally, so I don't have to worry. So then I pull back up to this rubble pile and get ready to pick my next target. Then I see this M6 here. I know I'm not going to do anything, just, shooting right there into his track. So I wait a little bit. I have nothing better to do or to shoot at without pulling out and overexposing myself to fire. So I get bored, start spamming my MGs at him a little bit. And then I begin getting ready to just go ahead and say screw it and pull out, but then he pulls out before me. I take my shot and kill him. That's kill number 3. I noticed that, I think that's an M10 that just ran past that rubble. I thought it was an enemy for a second, I realized it was a friendly. So here I am, just kind of aiming up, seeing what's there. I see a KV-2, then I realize, oh crap, I'm sitting in front of the KV-2, that's probably loaded, so I pull back for a second to throw his aim off if he's aiming at me. Take my shot, kill him, kill number 4 for me. So here I am, just kind of watching these guys, make sure they try not to get any shots through that gap there. Looking around behind me, make sure I'm not being outflanked. Realize I'm safe, so I get ready to take my next shot. So here we go, I spot another guy. Pull out a little bit too far than maybe I should have, but I get away with it. I can't get an outline there, so I try to spam my MGs to see if I hit him. I don't, but then right as I pull back, my gun bounces up into him, and then I see that I have an outline, so I take a shot, only hit his cupola. And right now I'm typing into chat something like, "You're lucky M4" with a smiley face. I know you guys can't see chat, you see me there clicking, trying to get to work, but all I can get to work is a battle chat. So then I'm getting ready for my next shot. He spams a few MGs at me, and I take my next shot, kill him. That's kill number 5, I believe, for me. So here I am, patiently waiting for my reload again. I don't want to push out yet because I know there's still enemies. I don't want to get caught in the open. So here we go. I aim at this T-34-85. I see that IS there. I take my shot, only hit him in the gun. So I pull back. I'm getting ready to start focusing down this IS. I don't know if it's an IS-1 or 2. I think it's an IS-1. So here I am. I'm about 3/4 away reloaded. I get rammed by a friendly, but whatever. Probably didn't mean to. So then I check around. I see that IS is not there anymore. So I get ready to take another shot. So I go to aim for the M4, and then the T-34 jumps in the way, but whatever, kills a kill for me. So that's kill number 6, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard for me to see. I'm watching this through a small screen in my video editing software, so if I make a mistake like that, I apologize. You guys will be able to see the streak through the battle chat, so I'm not too worried about it. So here I am, already reloaded. I think the reload on this tank is 17.5 seconds with a good reload rate and a good crew. So that's kill number 7, I believe. Even with a not so good crew, the reload rate on this thing is not terrible. I think it's somewhere between 21 and 23 seconds, which is still about half of the reload time of a standard KV-2. There we go, I take my shot and miss, I think because he just backed off right then and my reticle kind of jumped down a little bit, but no big deal. I'll be reloaded pretty quickly, and I'll be able to re-engage here in just a second. So there's a lot of smoke, it clears up very quickly. I take a bounce from the side, and I see this M18, so I take a shot right as my gun reloads, and I miss, as I was just a split second too late on my gun reloading. So here I am just trying to bait him out a little bit while I reload. I figure if he does hit, I have a decent chance at bouncing his shot, and even if I don't, he shouldn't be able to one-shot me. There we go, I take my shot. His lack of armor kind of trolls me though, and I over-penetrate and don't kill him. I think maybe I can do some damage with my MGs, but it doesn't. But no big deal because our Tiger there takes him out. And I think I was able to possibly save that Tiger. I'm not sure what kind of condition he was in. I'd like to think so, but here we are ready. So I begin scanning around, and I think if I don't see anybody here within the next few seconds, I'm going to push out. And sure enough, I do. So I begin progressing forward rather cautiously, looking around, making sure that there's nobody hiding around a corner or anything, ready to just shoot me in the side or the back. Seems fairly safe, and the scores are very, very biased in our favor, so I'm not too terribly concerned, but I do know that I could easily die if I do get caught out, and say I miss a shot or bounce, or maybe if I go up against two tanks at once. So I'm sneaking through here, looking around for some enemies, going towards kind of where they seem to be coming from. I notice here that I got into an area where I won't be able to fit through, so I go ahead and back up. I look over this gap and I see it looks like I should be able to fit through there with a little bit careful driving, and sure enough I do. I hear that plane there, and my first thought was it sounded like a Yak 1, so I kind of wanted to see what it was, but it's not. I think it said it was an IL-4 if I recall correctly. I see that Chaffee poke up, I just kind of wait for him. He gets too aggressive, maybe he didn't see me. He pokes up and I take him out. And that's kill number 8 for me. And so here I am. I'm still being a little bit too cautious at this point because I think I only have one, maybe two guys left. And then right there's a game. So I thank you guys for watching this video. I did put a lot more effort into it. So if you guys could please leave a like and even subscribe if you like this video, I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you all in the next video.